Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Nur Auna Arifah binti Suhaib. I'm a matric number 1251473. So today I will introduce the topic of the impact of social media on business communication. In the past, business communication was mainly one way. Companies relied on memos, email, press release, and traditional to share the information while maintaining full control over their message. However, with the development of digital technology and Web 2.0, social media has changed completely to the way business communicate. It is now an important part of the corporate strategy, allowing the companies to interact directly with the customer, investor, and employees through the two-way communication. This helps business build a strong relationship, receive instant feedback, and create the more human and approachable brand image. Website. This benefit social media also bring challenge since information spreads very quickly. A negative customer review or an inappropriate employee post can damage a company's reputation within a minute. Business also face issues such as information overload, data security risks, and spread of false information. In conclusion, social media has transformed business communication into a fast, interactive digital ecosystem. Therefore, organization must mechanism its benefit while managing the risk effectively.
Social media has flipped business communication on its head. We have moved away from rigid one way broadcasting. Today, it is all about two-way conversation. Look at LinkedIn. It is no longer just for digital CV. It is a massive PR powerhouse for building brand authority. Meanwhile, platforms like X and Instagram are the new customer service front lines. A single positive interaction can instantly crowdsource brand loyalty, but a single unresolved complaint can spark a major reputational crisis. We also face algorithmic challenges. Organic reach is shrinking, forcing companies to pay for visibility. And to justify the cost, we must look past soft metrics. We need to track hard metrics like direct sales and cost reduction. To survive this fast-paced environment, brands are turning to AI analytics, and the goal is to spot negative trends early and respond quickly, authentically. Let's look inside the workplace. Enterprise social media like Slack and Microsoft Teams has completely flattened corporate hierarchies. This platform break down departmental silos. Suddenly, influence is based on what you contribute, not your job title. Eternally, these tools keep employees engaged. They replace messy emails chain with real-time tracking, training, and collaboration. But it is not just about hard work. Companies use this channel to build a genuine sense of belonging through casual team quizzes, meme challenges, and celebrating personal milestones. We can fight workplace loneliness and lower stress for remote teams. However, there is a dark side. Too many messages cause information overload, which harm productivities. Even worse, internal networks can become leaky pipes for data breaches. That is why strong governance is non-negotiable to unlock. This is why strong governance is non-negotiable. To unlock the full power of social media, businesses must enforce clear, professional communication policies.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Anis Nasuha binti Aluzi. My nomometry is 1252840. Now, let us move on to the strategic risk of social media in business communication. Despite the many advantages of social media, organizations must also be aware of the potential risks that may arise from its use. The first risk is reputational risk. Any negative comments, customer complaints, or scandals can spread rapidly across social media. If the organization fails to respond quickly and professionally, it can damage the company's reputation, reduce customer trust, and negatively affect its overall business performance. The second risk is cybersecurity. Social media accounts may be targeted by hackers who can gain unauthorized access and post false or misleading information. Business also face the risk of data theft, which can result in financial loss and further damage to the organization's reputation. In addition, competitors may monitor a company's social media activities to understand its marketing strategy and customer engagement. To manage this risk effectively, organizations should implement a comprehensive risk management strategy and establish a crisis communication plan. They should also monitor their social media platform regularly, strengthen cybersecurity measures, and respond to any issue promptly and professionally. By taking this step, business can minimize potential risks while maintaining customer trust and protecting their brand reputation. Next, I will discuss the ethical considerations of social media in business communication. Ethical communication is important because it helps business build trust, maintain a good reputation with customers. One of the key ethical principles is trustfulness. Business should provide accurate and honest information about their products and services. Misleading advertisements or false claims can damage customer trust and the company's reputation. Another important consideration is privacy. Companies must protect customer data collected through social media and online activities. Failure to protect this information may lead to legal issues and a loss of public trust. Finally, business should respect culture and social values when creating online content. By communicating responsibly and ethically, business can maintain a positive brand image and build strong relationships with customers. Last but not least, I will explain the governance of social media in business communication. Good governance helps business use social media in a responsible and professional way. Firstly, business should create clear social media policy. These policies help employers understand how to use social media properly and what type of information can be shared. This can prevent the misuse of social media. Secondly, business must follow laws and regulations when using social media. For example, they need to follow advertising rules, protect customer data, and respect copyright. This helps the company avoid legal problems and protect its reputation. Furthermore, business should monitor their social media activities regularly. They need to check customer feedback, respond to comments, and identify any issue before they become bigger problems. At the same time, employees should receive proper training so they can communicate professionally on social media. Finally, good governance helps business use social media in a responsible and effective way. It also improves communication with customers and reduces potential risks.
Measuring communication effectiveness is the process of evaluating how well your message is received, understood, and acted upon. It replaces guesswork with concrete data by tracking key performance indicators, KPIs, such as engagement analytics, message retention, and feedback surveys to ensure your communications achieve their intended goals. There are a few ways to measure communication effectiveness. First, engagement metrics for communication. A common goal for many organizations is to ensure that their messages are reaching a target audience and also that they are resonating. Fortunately, multiple engagement metrics and KPI can help measure engagement. Second, email open rates. This way refers to the percentage of recipients who open an email that a company sends out. A higher email open rate could indicate a more successful messaging campaign, whereas a lower rate may mean that subject lines or email delivery timing should be adjusted. Third, email click-through rates, or it known as CTR. It is calculated from the percentage of an email's recipient who actually clicked on a link inside the message of an email after opening it. Higher CTRs could be a sign of more compelling content and clearer calls to action. Fourth, page visits and logins. Page visits and logins track the number of times a user visits or logs into an account or your website. Tracking this metric can gauge a website's overall effectiveness in driving traffic. Next is mobile usage rates. Some companies choose to measure mobile usage rates too, which comprises the percentage of their audience accessing the websites on a mobile device, for example like smartphones. If the business offers a mobile app, this metric may also help track the percentage of its users who are utilizing the app. Other than that, we also can use this method called time spent or read time. Whereas page visit KPIs assess the number of times someone visits a website. Time spent or read time more closely examines how much time the average user is spending on the site or a specific page. This can help communication teams determine the effectiveness of a website and its messaging at retaining users. We also can use social shares and likes method. It is another KPI to consider tracking is social shares and or likes, which looks specifically at the number of shares or like a company's post received on the social media platforms its audience is using. This in turn can give you a picture of whether the current social media messaging is garnering attention. Lastly, comments and replies. On social media, get a sense of the number of interaction that posts generate. Higher rates of comments and replies may be indicative of more engaging social media content that capturing an audience attention. Everything has its own impact, either it is positive or negative. These are impacts metrics of our communication that's stated by University of Minnesota. First is employee feedback. The results from employee surveys and satisfaction scores can be telling when it comes to evaluating the impact of an organizational communication strategy, especially when combined with qualitative feedback from focus group and or direct interviews with employees. Second, employee turnover rates. High employee turnover rates may indicate internal communication issues or other underlying problems that to be addressed. Third, sales and customer satisfaction. From a consumer standpoint, sales and customer satisfaction metrics can also reveal the impact of marketing and communication strategies. Last one is organizational productivity. Finally, productivity metrics allow companies to quantify the effectiveness of communication strategies by looking at relevant KPIs like human capital ROI, which is called return on investment.
In conclusion, social media has transformed organizational communication by improving customer engagement, marketing, collaboration, and employee communication. However, it also creates challenges such as cyberbullying risk, privacy issue, misinformation, and reputation damage. Therefore, organizations must have managed social media responsibility. There are four recommendations. First, create a clear social media policy to guide employees on proper online behavior. Second, strengthen cyberbullying by using strong security measures and providing cybersecurity training. Third, improving employee training and digital literacy so employees can adapt the new technology. Finally, promote ethic and transparent communication to build trust with employee, customer, and other stakeholders. Overall, when social media is managed strategically and ethically, it can improve organization performance and strong long-term business success.